When people imagine kosher supervision, they often picture a mashgiach walking through a food plant, checking ingredients, labeling vats, verifying shipments, and inspecting equipment. Biotechnology, by contrast, can feel like an entirely different world: quiet labs, stainless steel fermenters, digital controls, automated supply lines, and microbial cultures rather than traditional ingredients. But in truth, biotech environments are extraordinarily compatible with Kashrut. Their emphasis on traceability, sterility, documentation, and controlled processes creates ideal conditions for rigorous halakhic oversight. The question becomes not whether mashgiachim can supervise biotech, but how they can do so most effectively and creatively. A mashgiach's first responsibility in a biotechnology lab is ingredient verification, and this is an area where biotech actually gives them unprecedented clarity. Every input in a fermentation run — sugars, minerals, growth factors, vitamins, buffering agents, processing aids — is documented with batch numbers, supplier histories, purity certificates, and genetic origin data. This level of transparency allows a mashgiach to confirm that each component is kosher with a precision that is often impossible in traditional food plants. Microbial strains, for example, come with full genetic descriptions, manufacturing provenance, and laboratory lineage. Instead of guessing whether an enzyme once derived from an animal, the mashgiach can examine written genetic maps, confirm that the sequence does not originate from prohibited species, and rely on standardized laboratory documentation. The halakhic confidence this brings is enormous. Next comes the question of monitoring the microbes themselves. Fermentation technology produces dairy-identical or meat-identical proteins using genetically engineered microorganisms that serve as factories, not final ingredients. Halacha, therefore, cares primarily about the inputs and the process, not the identity of the microbes. A mashgiach can verify that the strain is kosher by confirming its lineage, ensuring that the modified DNA sequences do not trace back to non-kosher animals, and validating that the organism is classified as non-food contact. They produce molecules but are filtered out at the end. This transforms strain verification into a straightforward halakhic step within an existing scientific framework. Fermentation monitoring is equally mashgiach-friendly. Industrial fermentation relies on sealed bioreactors with automated control systems. Temperatures, pH levels, feed rates, filtration cycles, and cleaning procedures are recorded digitally and cannot be altered without leaving a trace. In some cases, a mashgiach may receive read-only access to these logs, allowing remote verification of production parameters in real time. This doesn't replace in-person supervision but enhances it. Halakhic oversight becomes both broader and deeper. The mashgiach can see not only the ingredients entering the system, but the ongoing integrity of the process. Supervision also benefits from the biotech industry's natural obsession with cleanliness. CIP, clean in place, and SIP, sterilize in place, cycles are automated and validated, meaning the mashgiach can verify exact temperatures, chemical concentrations, and durations to satisfy halakhic requirements for kosherizing equipment. In many cases, the factory's own sterilization routine exceeds halakhic standards, making transitions between product lines easier and more consistent. This is a dramatic improvement over traditional food plants, where cleaning is manual, inconsistent, and sometimes undocumented. Another positive development is the role of digital traceability. Batch records allow the mashgiach to audit every step of the process, from the genetic seed bank to the final purified protein. Lot tracking ensures that no unexpected materials enter the system and that all outputs remain linked to verified kosher inputs. In the old world, the mashgiach relied on seals and in-person observation. In the biotech world, electronic seals, access logs, and sensor histories provide an additional layer of halakhic security. Far from undermining kosher supervision, advanced technology strengthens it. Still, the human element remains central. A mashgiach in a biotechnology setting needs new skills: basic literacy in genetics, familiarity with fermentation science, ability to read lab documentation, and understanding of process flow diagrams. This is an extraordinary opportunity for the Kashrut world. Training programs can develop a new generation of mashgiachim with scientific fluency. Rabbinic leaders and food technologists can collaborate on curricula that blend halacha with biotechnology, elevating the intellectual and professional stature of kosher supervision. Young people interested in both Torah and science may find in this space a deeply meaningful career path. Moreover, biotech supervision invites new models of partnership. Mashgiachim can work alongside quality control teams, laboratory managers, and process engineers, not merely as observers, but as integrated members of the production ecosystem. This fosters mutual respect and understanding. Producers learn how Halacha perceives their processes, and Mashgiachim learn the logic behind industry standards. Such cooperation often produces superior outcomes, reducing confusion, creating trust, and building long-term relationships between the Jewish community and the biotech sector. On a global scale, biotech supervision also democratizes kosher access. Precision-fermented ingredients can be produced in regions without strong Jewish infrastructure. Remote monitoring, digital documentation, and standardized protocols allow kosher certification to extend into new territories with greater ease. This strengthens food security and broadens the availability of kosher products across the world. What once took significant rabbinic presence and local expertise can now be accomplished with a combination of on-site oversight, virtual verification, and robust industrial audit systems. In the end, kosher supervision in biotechnology labs represents not a departure from traditional kashrut, but an evolution of it. The same principles, verifying ingredients, monitoring processes, ensuring separation, maintaining integrity, are applied with tools that halakhic authorities of the past could only dream of. Rather than fearing the complexity, halacha enters the space with confidence, aided by scientific transparency, technological control, and a spirit of thoughtful engagement. This new model is not only feasible but promising. It reinforces the rigor of kosher certification, opens doors to new industries, empowers mashgiachim with new skills, and strengthens the global Jewish community's access to safe, reliable, and ethically produced foods. In a world where science advances at breathtaking speed, Kashrut continues to stand not as an obstacle but as a partner, guiding innovation with wisdom, ensuring purity with precision, and shaping the future of Jewish dietary life with clarity and hope.